I'm so excited to bring you guys this 19th century, one-of-a-kind masterpiece. It's historical, it's modern, it's got suites for kings, spas for queens, and even a tower for the princess. This is a 7,500 square foot estate in the center of the Old East Hill Preservation District, looking for only its 6th owner since its conception in 1889. I'm Cameron Weaver with Levin Rinke Realty, and today on Pensacola Living, we're bringing you the castle that's been placed in the National Registry of Historic Places. 714 East LaRua Street is the Marzoni House. East LaRua Street is my absolute favorite street in all of Pensacola. The paved red brick remains from over a century ago, complemented by stunning architecture from its time. Most notably, the Queen Anne Victorian. The Queen Anne is the quintessential design style of the Victorian era, which is a little more imposing and elaborate than other Victorian style homes. The face of the structure is met with an asymmetrical footprint with steeply pitched roofs, decorative wood trim and balusters, elaborate chimney work crowned with terracotta chimney pots, and the cylindrical turret that purposefully associates it with ancient castles as a sign of nobility. The Marzoni House has character, style, modern finishes, and easy access to the best of Pensacola's food scene, downtown amenities, and even views of the bay from the turret's 3rd floor suite. I'm about to share some affluent Pensacola history with you. But before we get into what makes this property so spectacular, you've got to know how this property is used to its highest and best use today. My clients have transformed the Marzoni House into a destination for travelers around the globe. By operating this 14-bedroom, 13.5 bathroom estate as a 5-star superhost Airbnb that generates them $250,000 a year in net operating income. And that can convey directly to you. We're going to start out in the parlor room, which acts as a receiving room for guests and visitors. From here, you'll immediately see the attention to detail in the brackets and balusters and the elegance that the 12-foot ceilings create, which speaks to the kind of man Mr. Marzoni was. Named after the Italian family, Mr. Marzoni was the chief lumber inspector for lumber tycoon Henry Barr, whose vast land holdings shaped much of Pensacola as we know it today. During the Spanish-American War in 1898, Mr. Barr's residence operated as the Austrian-Hungarian consulate, and the Marzoni House was used as the Spanish consulate. The wealth of this estate has some of the deepest roots in all of the continental US. Now, I can't wait to show you some of my favorite aspects of this property, but first let's finish the ground floor tour. This room here rests between the parlor and the family room and would be utilized as a formal dining. Then you have the interior lounge here with another beautiful fireplace, creating a warm atmosphere where you still have good access to the scullery and the main kitchen in the corridors here. Throughout the structure, you'll notice the restored original hardwood floors and heart of pine that came from Mr. Barr's lumber company here in Pensacola, the largest in the world at that time. This structure is unsurpassed in quality and workmanship. On the 2nd level, you have 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, while the 3rd level is where you'll find 2 more bedrooms and bathrooms, one of which being the tower with a 4th-story loft. This is a kitchen where you truly begin to see and experience the art of preserving history with a modern touch. You've got custom-built cabinets, a butcher block island, and notice how the granite countertops extend up to the cabinets for a seamless backsplash. Above, you have a nice tray ceiling for extra elevation with a natural wood lap finish. And I've got to point out to you the texture and tile pattern highlighting the kettle faucet. The positioning resembles East LaRua's paved brick pattern. The indoor-outdoor veranda is now the eat-in kitchen. But in the early 1900s, this was just the back porch. So back here we've got the scullery and the rear staircase for easy access to the 2nd floor. Okay, we've covered the historical. Now let's get into the new development. Recently completed in 2022, this 2,600 square foot development has 7 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms across 3 floors. This was designed with versatility in mind. On the bottom floor, you have the ability to corridon off 3 separate rooms or open them all up for 2 bedrooms and 3 bathroom with a kitchenette. Now the second story is an exact mirror image of the first. The only difference here is the center unit has direct access to the 3rd story, whose general suite spans the entire length of the compound. And last but not least, we have the lovely gunite spa with the infinity hot tub overflow that I believe the Marzonis would sit back and call this a lovely bella notte. Hey, an extremely unique opportunity exists right here at 714 East LaRua Street. How many properties can you stay the night in before making an offer on? Book a weekend stay here at the Marzoni House and experience the enchantment. Or, as always, give me, Cameron Weaver, a call, text, or an email, and I'll set you up with a private showing.